So I've been in the online gaming business, so to speak. My last company, my last blockchain company, was in fantasy football. Um, Gaming is one of the first on ramps to major technology shifts, and the first point where consumers tend to adopt. And um, we saw that in a few different places, right? We saw that with poker. Poker was once a game that was frowned upon. It was played in the back rooms of restaurants and in your basement with your friends, but never really a glamified game. Online poker came about in 2001 and literally changed the nature of the game, using the internet to create an interface between millions of people that could now enjoy this game in a competitive way. And so that literally revolutionized the game. Today, there are 60 million people in the United States that play online poker. 2009, the same thing happened for fantasy sports. Fantasy sports was a game where you got together with your friends in your house, you settled contests with newspapers, and the internet came around. Somebody came up with the idea of automating it and integrating it into a game that could be played amongst strangers. Um, and lo and behold, fantasy sports literally came out and reinvented how we consume sports overnight. Again, 60 million people in the United States play that game on a regular basis. Um, we think blockchain is going to revolutionize gaming, and we want to be a part of it. So I created the first platform, which I talked to you about earlier, and now we're creating Silks. Silks is literally going to port the real world of thoroughbred racing into the metaverse, and that's what we'll talk about. So why don't we? What I'd love to do is give you a little foundation for
Okay,
what I'm seeing, what we see, and essentially the background for why we're moving in this direction. So
please.
if we go to the next slide. The first thing is Web3, and I know I'm talking to an educated audience here. Um, the internet was created 25 years ago as we see it today, certainly from a consumer perspective. And what we see is the internet being literally torn down and rebuilt into Web3, the third generation of the internet. And if you look at the historical internet, it was really replicating our lives in a two-dimensional way. So if you bought a television 30 years ago, you would order a catalog in the mail. It would show up. You'd flip through the catalog, call up a television company, maybe visit the store and buy it after you've done your research. Today, you don't do something that dissimilar. You go on Best Buy, you scroll down a two-dimensional database that shows you the most current televisions that are available, and you might just order a TV that way, or you might go to the store with the information you acquired. Not very different. Web 3.0 promises to recreate the way we behave in the real world online, and essentially create a relationship with people and with consumables and durable goods in a way that has never been experienced before. So, you know, um, in a year from now, you'll be able to walk down a grocery store. It'll feel like a video game. You'll be able to grab things off the shelf, look at them, throw them in your cart, and check out like you would in a grocery store. And in 2 or 3 years from now, you'll do it with a headset, and it will feel as real as we feel sitting talking to each other right now, um, 1,000 miles away. So that's Web3, and we want to be a part of it. We want to create something that really is relevant and changes the world.